The Toronto Raptors are not off to a great start for the 2021 NBA season with a record of 2-8. But as a Raptors fan, I'm hoping they can turn it around, and it looks like they are starting to come out of their shell and become the team they once were. What is up, guys? My name is Nicholas Garcella. Welcome back to another video. The Toronto Raptors with a good start to the season. Actually, it's the complete opposite. Let's be honest. As a Raptors fan, they have not started off too great. They haven't been a good team. It's as simple as that. And many people may say because Serge Ibaka and Marc Gasol left, and that really put a dent in the veteranship and the leadership that was there for the Toronto Raptors in last season. But I don't think so. Last season, the Toronto Raptors were coming off a lot of steam. I mean, they just won the NBA championship, just lost Kawhi Leonard to the LA Clippers, but still felt as there was something that they could still do in Toronto. And the entire team 100% thought that they can go win the championship without Kawhi. And for a long time, I did too. Then going to the playoffs and losing to Boston in Game 7. It's always Game 7 with Boston, whatever sport it is. That really sucked. And that really put the Raptors in their place. And that's really taken a toll on them in the beginning of the season. I don't think that's a complete reason why they've struggled, but they don't have the mentality that they're playing as a good team right now, as a unit. And, even Kyle Lowry said they're missing their swagger. They need to get their swagger on. And in these last couple games, the last 3 or 4 games, I can assure you they've gotten their swagger back. And they're starting to play better. And they're starting to win basketball games. They won one against Sacramento Kings, 144 to, I believe, 122, I believe it was. I'm not sure of the Sacramento Kings score, but I know the Raptors had 144 points. And they played an amazing game. I've watched every game so far of the Raptors season, and what I can say from what I've seen is that they are playing pretty atrocious basketball until Kyle Lowry stepped up and said we need the swagger back, and they need to continue to play with that swagger. And I can assure you, if they can continue to do that, they're going to start winning basketball games, and it's going to start happening. So let's talk about the Golden State Warriors when they played the Warriors just about 2 nights ago, and they lost by 1 point to Stephen Curry's side. And Curry actually didn't play well that game. The bench was mental for the Golden State Warriors. That was a big wake-up call for them. And the Raptors, honestly, they played good. But in the beginning of the game, they really struggled, and they had to make a huge comeback, a 15-point comeback, by the way. But were just left shy after a couple free throws and a missed jumper by Pascal Siakam in the dying seconds. And then in the next night, the Portland Trail Blazers is where the Toronto Raptors would head. We'd head to Portland, where we'd also face another 1-point loss. So 2 1-point losses in a row. And, of course, Siakam was the main man who was taking the shot or had the rights to the ball for the final shot. And he didn't get it again, of course. But I am really impressed with this team, how they've turned it around. And we can see they're heading in a direction. However, is it enough to make the playoffs? I don't think so. I don't think they're in that direction just yet to make the playoffs. Can they make the playoffs? Absolutely. Absolutely, 100%. There's so much time left in the season, and the Raptors are headed in a direction, but it's not necessarily the playoffs right now. So Raptors fans, you're just going to have to be patient. You're just going to have to be patient and watch every single game and appreciate every bucket, every three-pointer, everything that the Raptors make to win games one by one. And that's just how it's going to be this season. That's how we're going to have to take it. We're going back to when the Raptors were just making the playoffs against the Brooklyn Nets. That's pretty much how it's going to feel for a little bit. The Raptors got the pieces. It's not fitting right now. It's not fitting right now. That's the big thing that we have to understand, is that the Raptors have an opportunity to make it work, but they're just going to need a little bit more time. And unfortunately, that's going to cost more losses and more devastating defeats to middle of the table teams. So it is what it is. The Raptors, yeah, it is what it is. That's really all we can say as a Toronto Raptors fan, that we just got to be patient. Just got to be patient and stick with it. One thing I wanted to know is that a lot of people on Twitter, on Instagram, everywhere, every social media platform, they're blaming Pascal Siakam for these 2 losses. And I'm thinking to myself, how? How could you blame Pascal? Now, I know he missed the shot against Golden State, but come on. Like, even his teammates even like the Golden State Warriors players went and say, hey, man, that's okay. That was a tough shot. The Portland game, there was nothing open. 9 seconds left on the clock, but Portland held in Siakam strong, and really all he could try to do was muscle up to the basket. And, he couldn't pass it back to Fred VanVleet or Lowry. Lowry was in the paint, and Fred was behind, but the problem was Fred had just previously missed 2 threes in the last 4 minutes of that game. And how could you trust Fred VanVleet with the ball if he can't sink it on an open shot? And same with Kyle Lowry. So, I don't blame Kyle Lowry. I don't blame Fred VanVleet. I don't blame Pascal or Boucher or whoever. It is not a single blame. I blame the entire team for not bringing the team effort in dying moments. And that's the big issue here for the Toronto Raptors. So just letting you guys know, I will be making more videos for these. This one was a little bit longer. I'm going to be making a video for the post game of every Raptors game. I'll go more in depth, obviously, than this last one, because this is more of a 10-game recap, as you're going to see by the title, of the Toronto Raptors season so far. But I will be making a video for every post game of the Raptors. I'm going to try. My main focus is the Maple Leafs this season, but I'm going to try for Toronto and the Raptors to get those videos out there. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, please make sure to like the video, subscribe for more of these videos. And if you like this so much that you thought, hey, maybe my friend would like to watch this one, why not share it with your friends and family by hitting the share button below and sharing on one of the platforms provided by YouTube. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy, guys.